In the bustling village of Amot, a small restaurant stood at the heart of the market. It was run by a strikingly beautiful woman named Iyanga. She was a widow, whose meals were the talk of the region. Her soups, especially the ones made with palm oil, were so flavorful that people traveled from neighboring villages just to eat at her restaurant. Customers claimed her food had a magical sweetness that left them dreaming of the next meal. But beneath the taste and aroma of her dishes lay a horrifying secret. Yanga's success hadn't come easily. Years ago, after her husband's death, she struggled to make ends meet. Her small restaurant served decent meals, but they weren't enough to keep her customers loyal. One fateful day, she ventured into the forbidden forest in search of rare spices. There, she stumbled upon a decrepit shrine. Its walls adorned with blood-red markings. As Iyanga inspected the shrine, a voice boomed from the shadows. You seek greatness, sweetness that will make them worship your cooking. Feed me the blood of the innocent, and I shall give you oil sweeter than anything they've ever tasted. Desperation clouded Iyanga's judgment. She agreed to the bargain, thinking it was just a tale told by forest spirits. But when she returned to the shrine the next night, the voice guided her to a lost traveler. Mesmerized by her beauty, the traveler followed Iyanga willingly. She led him to her home, where she slit his throat and collected his blood in a calabash. Following the shrine's instructions, Iyanga chanted an ancient incantation over the blood. The liquid thickened and turned a deep red, transforming into something that looked like palm oil. The voice whispered again, "Use it wisely. Sweetness demands sacrifice." The next day, Iyanga used the enchanted oil to prepare her signature food at the restaurant. The aroma wafted through the market, drawing customers like flies to honey. From the first taste, they were hooked. The sweetness of her meals were unlike anything they had ever eaten. Word of her cooking spread, and Iyanga's restaurant became the busiest in Amot. But the shrine's course came with a condition. The magical oil sweetness faded within days unless it was renewed with fresh blood. Iyanga found herself returning to the forest repeatedly, her heart growing darker with each visit. She began targeting travelers, beggars, and even young men enchanted by her beauty. Her victims disappeared without a trace, and her blood fueled the oil that kept her business thriving. Iyanga's food became an obsession for her customers. Some sold their belongings just to afford her meals. Chiefs sent their servants to buy her soup in bulk, and mothers offered her gifts in exchange for her recipes. Yet, none could replicate her flavor, for the secret laid in the cursed oil. As time passed, strange rumors began to swell. Travelers stopped passing through Amot, afraid of disappearing. Villagers whispered about how Iyanga's oil never seemed to run out, even when there were palm shortages. Some swore they saw her wandering the streets at night with a glowing calabash. A young man named Obina became suspicious when his cousin, a trader, vanished after eating at Iyanga's restaurant. Determined to uncover the truth, he decided to investigate. Pretending to be a lovesick admirer, he befriended Iyanga and convinced her to let him visit her home. That night, Iyanga invited Obina to a private dinner at her house. While she stepped out to prepare the meal, Obina searched her kitchen. Behind a hidden door, he found rows of clay pots filled with bones and gourds of thick red liquid. The sight sent chills down his spine. He realized the oil was human blood transformed by dark magic. When Iyanga returned, Obina confronted her, laughing darkly. She revealed her monstrous secret. Do you think sweetness comes without a price? Their blood makes them crave my food. Without it, they would spit out every spoonful. Her voice grew deeper as her body transformed. Her eyes glowed crimson, her nails sharpened into claws, and her once beautiful face twisted into a demonic mask. Obina fled the house and raised the alarm, gathering the elders and villagers. Led by village herbalists, the villagers stormed Iyanga's home. She fought back with spells learned from the shrine, summoning winds and shadows to drive them away. But the herbalists countered with sacred herbs and chants. As the villagers destroyed her calabashes and pots, Iyanga's power began to fade. With one final spell, The herbalist sealed Iyanga's spirit in a cursed calabash and buried it deep in the forest. Iyanga's restaurant was abandoned, and the villagers performed cleansing rituals to banish her dark magic. Her story became a warning to the people of Amut. The sweetness of success can come at a bitter price. And deep in the forest, some say the cursed calabash still glows red, waiting for the next desperate soul to make a bargain with the shrine. Thanks for watching my video. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, in order to get notified when we upload our subsequent videos. Thank you.